Don't let challenges weigh you down, let them become opportunities. In life, difficulties are not something we can avoid. They're like the darkness of night, frightening at first, but also the perfect chance to see the light more clearly when dawn arrives. Buddhism teaches us that challenges are not enemies. Instead, they are precious lessons, opportunities to grow, discover inner strength, and achieve true peace. Think back to the times when you felt hopeless or stuck. In those moments, what if, instead of worrying or avoiding the problem, you faced it calmly? How different could things have been? Buddhism refers to this as facing suffering with wisdom, a way to not only overcome obstacles but transform them into stepping stones for a more peaceful and resilient life. In today's video, we'll uncover 3 profound lessons from Buddhism, practical teachings that will help you shift your perspective on challenges, face them with clarity, and find peace amidst life's chaos. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actionable steps you can start using in your daily life right away. Why should you stick around for this video? You'll understand that challenges don't come to destroy you but to illuminate your path. You'll learn how to turn fear into strength and anxiety into wisdom. Most importantly, you'll discover that peace isn't something you have to search for, it's already within you, waiting to be realized. So, stay with us until the end to make sure you don't miss any of these life-changing insights. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. If you find this content helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable lessons from Buddhism and practical ways to apply them in your life. Together, we can build a community that seeks peace and wisdom in every step of our journey. Let's begin this meaningful journey now. Acceptance and letting go. In Buddhism, one of the root causes of suffering is attachment. When we cling too tightly to situations, outcomes, or desires, we inadvertently increase our pain. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize that accepting reality as it is and letting go of attachment is the first step toward liberation from suffering. To understand this, consider the nature of life. Everything in existence is impermanent. Situations change, relationships evolve, and material possessions come and go. Clinging to what is impermanent creates tension because we are resisting the natural flow of life. Buddhism calls this resistance grasping, and it lies at the core of human suffering. When we accept reality, we stop struggling against what already is. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation or passivity, instead, it's a recognition of truth. It's seeing life clearly and acknowledging that some things are beyond our control. This acknowledgement is powerful because it allows us to redirect our energy from fighting reality to responding to it wisely. Letting go of attachment. Letting go does not mean giving up or becoming indifferent. It means releasing our tight grip on the need for things to be a certain way. Imagine holding sand in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more sand slips through your fingers. Similarly, the harder we cling to outcomes or expectations, the more suffering we experience. Buddhism teaches that attachment often stems from a misunderstanding of self and the world. We attach to things because we believe they are essential to our happiness or identity. For example, we might cling to a relationship, thinking it defines our worth, or obsess over a career goal, believing it will bring lasting fulfillment. When these attachments are threatened or lost, we feel deep pain. The practice of letting go involves seeing through this illusion. It's understanding that no external thing can provide lasting peace. True peace arises when we stop relying on impermanent things to define us. The analogy of the cloud. Difficulties can be seen as clouds passing across the sky. They appear, linger for a while, and eventually drift away. When we accept that clouds are a natural part of the sky, we don't become upset by their presence. Similarly, when we accept that challenges are a natural part of life, we stop fighting against them. This perspective helps us understand that difficulties are temporary. By accepting their presence and not trying to control or resist them, We create space for calmness to arise. The Buddha taught that life is a series of arising and passing phenomena. Nothing is fixed, and everything is subject to change. Recognizing this impermanence helps us to stop grasping and start flowing with life. Cultivating mindfulness. A practical way to accept and let go is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. When we face a difficult situation, mindfulness allows us to observe it without becoming overwhelmed. Instead of reacting impulsively, we can pause, breathe, and notice our thoughts and feelings. For example, if we feel anger or frustration, mindfulness teaches us to simply acknowledge the emotion. This is anger, or this is frustration. By naming it, we create a small gap between ourselves and the emotion. This gap gives us the clarity to respond rather than react. Mindfulness also helps us see the transient nature of our experiences. When we observe our thoughts and emotions closely, we notice that they come and go like waves. No feeling lasts forever. And no thought defines us. This awareness strengthens our ability to let go. The role of compassion. Letting go is not only about detaching from outcomes but also about cultivating compassion, for ourselves and others. When we cling to perfection or hold on to resentment, we often judge ourselves or others harshly. Compassion softens this tendency. Self-compassion involves recognizing that we are human and that making mistakes is part of life. Instead of criticizing ourselves for struggling, we can offer kindness and understanding. Similarly, compassion for others helps us let go of anger or blame. By recognizing that others are also struggling with their attachments and fears, we can approach them with empathy rather than judgment. Practicing letting go. Buddhism provides many practical tools for letting go. Here are a few steps to integrate this practice into daily life. Reflect on impermanence. Remind yourself regularly that everything in life is temporary. Meditate on the changing nature of your thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This reflection helps reduce attachment and cultivates acceptance. Identify your attachments. Take time to notice what you're holding on to. Is it a relationship, a desire, or a past regret? Write it down and reflect on why it matters so much to you. Ask yourself if clinging to it brings peace or suffering. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Gratitude shifts your attention from attachment to appreciation. When you appreciate the present moment, you're less likely to cling to outcomes. Meditate regularly. Meditation is a powerful tool for letting go. During meditation, observe your breath, thoughts, and feelings without attachment. When thoughts arise, acknowledge them and let them pass like clouds in the sky. Embrace forgiveness. Forgiving others and yourself is a profound way to release attachments to the past. Holding on to anger or guilt keeps you tied to pain. Forgiveness frees you to move forward with an open heart. The rewards of letting go. Letting go creates space for peace and joy to enter your life. When you stop clinging, you free yourself from the burden of constant striving and anxiety. Acceptance allows you to approach challenges with a calm and steady mind. This practice doesn't eliminate difficulties but transforms how you experience them. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth. You realize that true freedom comes not from controlling life but from flowing with it. In Buddhism, the ultimate goal of letting go is liberation. By releasing attachments, we free ourselves from the cycle of suffering and move closer to enlightenment. Each step we take toward acceptance and letting go brings us closer to this state of inner peace. Letting go is not a single act but a lifelong practice. With each moment of acceptance, you deepen your connection to the present, cultivate wisdom, and open your heart to the boundless peace within. The practice of letting go. Worry often stems from attachment to things we cannot control. According to Buddhist teachings, Letting go of what no longer serves us is essential for cultivating peace of mind. The process of letting go is not about giving up or ignoring problems but about releasing mental clinging and opening ourselves to the flow of life. Here, we explore the Buddhist approach to letting go and practical steps to integrate this profound teaching into daily life. Understanding worry and attachment. Worry arises when we grasp tightly onto specific outcomes, situations, or relationships. It often involves fear of loss or change. In Buddhism, attachment is recognized as one of the primary causes of human suffering. We attach to ideas, expectations, and possessions, believing they provide security and happiness. However, this clinging creates tension because everything in life is impermanent. Attachment is often fueled by the illusion of control. We believe we can shape the world to fit our desires. And when reality doesn't align with our expectations, we feel anxious or distressed. Letting go challenges this illusion by encouraging us to accept the natural impermanence of all things. Recognizing what to let go. The first step in practicing letting go is identifying what you are holding on to. This could be unrealistic expectations, expectations about how others should behave, how life should unfold, or how we should perform often lead to disappointment. Past experiences, holding on to regrets, guilt, or resentment keeps us tied to pain from the past. Future outcomes. Obsessing over what might happen creates unnecessary anxiety. Material possessions, overvaluing possessions can lead to fear of loss and excessive attachment. Practical steps for letting go. Acknowledge your thoughts and emotions. Begin by noticing the thoughts and feelings that create worry. For example, if you're anxious about a decision, observe your thoughts without judgment. I feel worried because I want everything to be perfect. This acknowledgement helps you understand the root of your worry. Ask, is this truly important? Reflect on whether the situation or thought is worth your mental energy. Will it matter in a year or even a month? Often, we hold on to minor concerns that have little lasting significance. Asking this question creates perspective and allows you to prioritize what truly matters. Reflect on impermanence. One of Buddhism's core teachings is the principle of impermanence, or anicca. Everything in life is transient: emotions, situations, relationships, and even our own bodies. Reminding yourself of this truth helps to loosen the grip of attachment. For instance, if you are worried about losing a job, reflect on the fact that no job is permanent, but your ability to adapt is enduring. Release the need for control. Recognize that many aspects of life are beyond your control. Letting go does not mean passivity but accepting the limits of what you can influence. Instead of resisting reality, embrace it with curiosity and trust. Practice gratitude. Shifting focus from what you lack to what you have fosters a sense of abundance. Gratitude helps you release attachments to unmet desires by highlighting the richness of the present moment. Meditation for letting go. Meditation is a powerful tool for cultivating the mindset of letting go. Here's a simple meditation practice. Find a quiet space. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to settle your mind. Focus on the breath. Bring your attention to the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. Notice its natural rhythm without trying to control it. Observe thoughts without attachment. As thoughts arise, observe them as clouds passing through the sky. Acknowledge each thought gently. Then let it drift away. For example, if you think, "I'm worried about tomorrow," simply note it as worry and return to your breath. Visualize letting go. Imagine holding a leaf in your hand. Picture yourself releasing it into a flowing river, watching it drift away. This visualization reinforces the act of letting go mentally and emotionally. End with compassion. Conclude the meditation by silently wishing yourself peace. May I be free from suffering. May I find ease and happiness. Extend this wish to others. May all beings be free from suffering. The benefits of letting go. Letting go brings profound benefits to both the mind and body. Reduced stress. Releasing attachment to uncontrollable outcomes alleviates tension and anxiety. Emotional freedom. Letting go of past grievances and expectations fosters forgiveness and emotional resilience. Improved relationships. When you let go of controlling tendencies or unrealistic demands, relationships become more harmonious. Inner peace, acceptance and detachment create a calm, centered state of mind. Common misconceptions. Letting go means giving up. Letting go is not about giving up on goals or aspirations. Instead, it's about releasing unhealthy attachment to specific results. You can still pursue meaningful goals while accepting that the outcome is uncertain. Letting go is easy. Letting go is a practice that requires patience and effort. It may feel difficult at first, especially for deeply ingrained attachments, but with consistent practice, it becomes more natural. Letting go means indifference. Detachment does not mean apathy. It means engaging with life fully while maintaining a sense of inner balance. You can care deeply without clinging. Applying letting go in daily life. Here are practical ways to incorporate letting go into your daily routine. Start small, let go of minor annoyances. Reflect on whether it serves your well-being. Declutter, release physical clutter as a symbolic act of letting go. Donate or discard items you no longer need. Practice self-compassion. Let go of self-criticism and treat yourself with kindness. The Buddhist perspective. In Buddhism, the ultimate letting go is the release of the ego, the false sense of a separate self. By understanding that the self is an illusion and that all things are interconnected, we can transcend attachment and experience true liberation. The Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering, but by practicing acceptance and letting go, we can cultivate freedom. As the Dhammapada states, there is no fire like passion, no grasping like clinging, no sorrow like separation, and no peace like detachment. Through the practice of letting go, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, allowing peace and wisdom to arise effortlessly. By integrating these teachings and practices, you can create a life of greater balance, clarity, and joy, free from the unnecessary burdens of worry and attachment. Discovering wisdom through adversity. Buddhism teaches that adversity is a natural part of life, an inevitable reality of the human condition. However, these challenges are not merely obstacles to overcome, they are also profound opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By viewing difficulties as valuable lessons rather than misfortunes, we can uncover hidden strengths and cultivate wisdom. Adversity, when approached with mindfulness and clarity, becomes a mirror reflecting both our inner resilience and areas in need of transformation. Through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, let us explore how to extract wisdom from life's inevitable challenges. Adversity as a teacher. The Buddha recognized that life is characterized by dukkha, often translated as suffering, dissatisfaction, or stress. This truth is central to the Four Noble Truths, which highlight the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. Adversity, then, is not an anomaly, it is a fundamental aspect of existence. Rather than resisting or avoiding difficult situations, Buddhism encourages us to face them with an open heart. Adversity provides opportunities to understand impermanence. Challenges remind us that everything is temporary. Just as joy and success are fleeting, so too are pain and hardship. Recognizing impermanence allows us to let go of attachments and approach life with equanimity. Cultivate inner strength. Struggles reveal our capacity for resilience. Each time we endure hardship with mindfulness and grace, we strengthen our ability to face future challenges. Develop compassion. Experiencing adversity often deepens our empathy for others. By understanding pain firsthand, we become more compassionate and supportive of those who are suffering. Asking the right questions. When faced with adversity, a powerful practice is to pause and ask, "What can I learn from this situation?" This question shifts our perspective from victimhood to empowerment. For example, during moments of failure, we might uncover lessons about humility or the importance of persistence. In relationships, conflict can teach us about communication, boundaries, or forgiveness. Even in the face of loss, we may learn to cherish impermanence and appreciate the beauty of life. By reframing adversity as a teacher, we move beyond surface-level reactions of frustration or despair. Instead, we delve into the deeper wisdom that each experience has to offer. The value of patience. Patience, or Khanti in Buddhism, is one of the 10 perfections, paramithas, that lead to enlightenment. Adversity often tests our patience, challenging us to remain calm and centered in the face of delays, obstacles, or discomfort. Patience is not passive endurance. It is an active practice of maintaining a steady mind despite external difficulties. When we are patient, we create space for clarity to arise. This allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. To cultivate patience, breathe and pause. When faced with frustration, take a moment to breathe deeply. This simple act grounds you and interrupts reactive patterns. Practice mindful observation. Notice your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Acknowledge feelings of irritation or anger, but don't let them control you. Embrace the process. Recognize that growth takes time. Whether you are learning a new skill or navigating a personal challenge, patience enables steady progress. Building resilience through adversity. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, is closely aligned with Buddhist teachings on dukkha and impermanence. Life's difficulties can either break us or make us stronger, depending on how we choose to respond. The Buddha often used metaphors to illustrate resilience. One famous teaching compares a strong mind to a lotus flower that rises above the muddy water in which it grows. The mud represents life's challenges, while the lotus symbolizes the potential for beauty and growth that emerges from adversity. To build resilience. Accept reality, acknowledge the situation as it is, without denial or resistance. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up, it means understanding the truth of the present moment. Focus on what you can control, redirect energy toward actions and attitudes within your control, rather than dwelling on external circumstances. Seek support. Resilience is not about going it alone. Lean on friends, family, or spiritual communities for encouragement and guidance. Finding balance through mindfulness. Mindfulness, or sati, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. It involves paying attention to the present moment with curiosity and non-judgment. When applied to adversity, mindfulness helps us navigate challenges with clarity and composure. Mindfulness practices can transform how we experience difficulties. Awareness of emotions. Instead of suppressing or avoiding painful feelings, mindfulness encourages us to sit with them. By observing emotions like sadness or frustration, we can understand their impermanent nature and reduce their intensity. Staying present. Adversity often triggers regrets about the past or worries about the future. Mindfulness anchors us in the present, where we can address problems effectively. Non-attachment. Mindfulness teaches us to observe thoughts and feelings without clinging to them. This detachment prevents us from being overwhelmed by negative experiences, transforming adversity into growth. The Buddhist concept of upaya, or skillful means, reminds us that even difficult circumstances can be used as tools for personal and spiritual development. Adversity often uncovers latent strengths and abilities we didn't know we possessed. For example, a financial setback might inspire resourcefulness and creativity. A health challenge could lead to a deeper appreciation for life and a commitment to self-care. A relationship conflict might foster better communication and understanding. By viewing adversity as part of our spiritual journey, We begin to see challenges not as barriers but as stepping stones to greater wisdom and compassion. The role of compassion in adversity. Adversity not only teaches us about ourselves but also deepens our connection to others. Experiencing hardship fosters empathy, enabling us to relate to the struggles of others with greater understanding. The Buddha encouraged the cultivation of karuna, or compassion, as a way to transform suffering into service. By helping others navigate their challenges, we also find meaning in our own difficulties. Practical ways to practice compassion include: listening without judgment. Offer a listening ear to someone in need without trying to fix their problem. Acts of kindness, small gestures, like a kind word or a helping hand, can make a significant impact. Loving kindness meditation. This practice involves sending well wishes to yourself and others, fostering a sense of interconnectedness. Viewing adversity as part of the journey. In Buddhism, life is often compared to a journey or a path. Adversity is not a detour but an integral part of this path, guiding us toward greater insight and self-awareness. Each challenge we face provides an opportunity to deepen our practice and align more closely with the Dharma. As the Buddha said, "The mind is everything. What you think you become." By approaching adversity with mindfulness, patience, and compassion, we can transform it into a source of strength and wisdom. Challenges are not the end of the road, they are milestones on the journey to enlightenment. By integrating these teachings into daily life, facing life's challenges with Buddhist wisdom. Life's difficulties are not something we can avoid. They are an inherent part of existence, as highlighted in the Buddha's teaching of the Four Noble Truths. However, with the guidance of Buddhist wisdom, we can learn to face and overcome these challenges with clarity and inner strength. By practicing acceptance, letting go, living in the present moment, and seeking wisdom in adversity, we can cultivate a profound sense of peace amidst life's storms. Acceptance and letting go. Buddhism teaches that attachment is one of the primary causes of suffering. When we cling to specific outcomes or resist the reality of our circumstances. Imagine challenges as clouds drifting across the sky. Instead of trying to control or fight them, we simply observe, knowing they too will pass. Which encourages us to focus on the present rather than dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Many of our struggles stem from being caught up in regrets or anxieties. Paying attention to sensations in the body, or engaging fully in daily tasks. When we embrace the present, we connect to life's flow and reduce the mental noise that often amplifies our difficulties. Seeking wisdom in adversity. The Buddha taught that adversity is not merely a source of pain but also a powerful teacher. Each challenge carries within it the potential for personal growth and spiritual insight. Instead of resisting hardship, ask yourself, what lesson can I learn from this? Adversity teaches patience, resilience, and compassion. It offers a chance to uncover hidden strengths and deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. Embrace life's storms as opportunities to grow, knowing that every struggle is part of a greater journey toward wisdom and enlightenment. Inner peace comes from within. True peace is not dependent on external circumstances. It arises from within, shaped by how we respond to life's challenges. By practicing acceptance, mindfulness, and resilience, we can transform suffering into a ladder leading to happiness and fulfillment. Remember, the path to a peaceful life begins with small steps in the right direction. If you found these insights meaningful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join us on this journey of discovering peace and wisdom.